Giving it a moment to make sure the video is working. So I have a strategy for stress and eating in my Thursday thoughts today, so I'll share that with you. Often when we go to eat when we're not hungry, so when you're doing it for emotional reasons, you know what I'm talking about. If you're binge eating or if you're emotional eating, often when we do that because we are having a stress response, right? Something is something has been upsetting, we are upset about something, something's bothering us. And a really good tip to know is when you're in the stress response, which your heart's got beating faster and often you're shallow breathing and basically your body's preparing you to run, fight, flight, that kind of thing. One of the ways that you get yourself back into rest and digest, which is where you want to be most of the time, is actually to shake and move your body. You see it when dogs do it, ducks do it. You see it, a deer, if a deer nearly gets hit by a car, they kind of shake quite a bit afterwards. It's actually a really, really healthy response. So what's happening is when you start doing that shaking, it actually just tells the body that the danger's over. You don't need to be in fight or flight. You can go back into rest and digest. So next time you find yourself going to the kitchen when you're not hungry and you're looking for food, if there's some sort of emotional response going there, there's a good chance you're in the stress response. And the best way to move your body out of that stress response, or one of the best ways to clear it out of your body, is literally just to shake it off. So it could be to put your favorite song on and dance around the house, or it could be literally just, I won't sing it to you, I won't do that to you, but singing Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, and you're really shaking it off, whatever it is. But some sort of little ritual or habit that you get into when you know that you're having a stress response and that's why you're headed for the fridge. Well, if that's the case, then try to shaking it off, because when you shake it off, dance it off, basically move your body. But that moving of your body is really important. What it does is it lets your body know that you are safe, that there's no need to be in the stress response, and it puts it back into that rest and digest response. Calming your breathing will also do that, put you back into that rest and digest response. But essentially just shaking it just gets it out of your system. So it might seem really silly, but it's actually, when you watch nature, you see what animals do. They got it all worked out. Children are the same, actually. You notice that children, if they're overwhelmed either with emotion or sometimes too much sugar or whatever it is, but they will naturally go and just run around and burn it all off. And that's because their body knows that it actually needs to work through, get that, change those hormones or get that sugar out of the system or whatever it is. But the body has an instinct, it knows what to do. So if you watch what animals do, they have an instinct, they know what to do, they know what to do to get their body out of that stress mode and back into rest and digest. And they do it literally by moving, by shaking it off, or dance, whatever it is, your favorite song. Have your favorite song on your phone and you just play that when you need to, and you just dance around like nobody's watching. All right, so literally shake it off. That's one of the best ways that you can interrupt that stress. What you're doing then to you, you're changing your hormones around, and you can start to feel good, and you can feel good without having to eat the cake or the chocolate or whatever. Doesn't mean you can never have those things. I'm not saying you can never have those things, but this is a way to interrupt something, right? So when you've got a habit of going to the fridge and then maybe that's not so good for you, it's a way of interrupting that, just getting rid of that stress response by literally shaking it off. So that's today's tip. I hope that was useful for you. Shake it off, move your body. It's a really important way of moving sort of certain stress hormones and things through your body, and it's important for about a million other things. And you'll feel good when you do it. So shake it off. That's my tip for today. And by the way, these are the sorts of things that you learn when you do our Stress Less program. Our Stress Less program is starting in March. It goes for 6 weeks, and it's in a private Facebook group. And essentially what we do is we do posts and videos and answer people's questions for 6 weeks, where we teach you all about strategies for managing stress, whether it's nutrition or whether it's these kinds of tips or whatever it's about. But we just cover stress from a really holistic perspective. It's only $97, and when you book, you get a voucher for half price for the next person. So you and a friend can do it for one plus half a price, so whatever that works out to be. I don't know, maths isn't my special skill right now. Anyway, the link is above. I'll pop the link below as well. I would really love to see you in our Stress Less program. These are the kinds of tips that you get in there, but you get a whole lot more. It's just a whole holistic program all about helping you manage stress. And Who hasn't had any stress recently? I'm not quite sure if I've met anyone who hasn't had any stress recently. It's just been a really stressful time. Anyway, shake it off. That's my tip for today, and I'll do you a favour and I won't sing it. You really don't want me to. Okay, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.